Right then guys, well welcome back to Hooked. Long time no see. Yeah, well we're out here on the banks of the South Yorkshire Navigation at Pilkington today, and I'm out with the Bandits. First match of the season. I'm going to try and cover them all for you this year, but I'm a really busy man. The reason you haven't seen me in recent months is basically because one, work. I'm just snowed under with work. Takes up a lot of my time and energy, and I just can't be bothered to make videos on a night, to be quite honest. These take an awful lot of effort, so yeah, that's one of the primary reasons. The secondary reason is because York Amalgamation, YDAA, they just will not give me a filming permit to film on York waters, which I've done a lot of fishing on over the winter months and in the summer, because I qualified first go out for the Northern River Masters on the Don last year. Basically it meant that I just spent my entire summer fishing on the Ouse, and yeah, I had a lovely time. Managed to win that league. So I was fishing, primarily I was fishing emp and tares, bit of caster and the odd bit of feeder fishing, but the river was low and clear and the bream don't want to feed when it's like that, so yeah, just turned my attention to the roach, and that did the business for me on that one. Also managed to win the Icebreakers League, that's just finished back at the end of March, so yeah, nicked that one by 1 point just. Good old Darren Barber, shout out buddy. Yeah, he pushed me all the way. Well done Darren, well done mate, you fished really well and you were unlucky in the end. Right, okay, that's enough of that. So what we got going on today? Well, this particular stretch of canal has been put in for Frosty's feeder league, mini feeder league, so they tend to fish it on the feeder, and there are some big bream knocking around, but I've had a little practice, sneaky one, and I didn't do much on the feeder at all. So I think it's hit and miss. You're either on them or you're not, and if you're not, then it's just too slow. So what I'm thinking of doing is fishing a short line where I've had an awful lot of roach and little pommies and things like that. Just fishing maggot. I'll feed maggot and hemp about 5 metres out. Hopefully the fish will come in. I'm not on one of the better pegs today. If you can see the pipe bridge in the background, Rob, drawbag that he is, has pulled out peg number 1. So I've got Big Stew to my right, and I've got Big Rob to my left, and then we've got the rest of the Bandits going all the way down the bank. Bait wise, I've got the usual selection. Pinkies, which I really don't think I'll need, but they're just left over from a previous match. Casters, which have turned off a little bit too much overnight, to be quite honest, but they're still sinking mostly, so yeah, they should be fine. Got a little bit of hemp for the inside and red maggot, so that's primarily the feed for the inside line. Last week when I practiced, all I fed was maggot. The more I fed, the better it got. Now then, I've got some chopped worms, some worms for the hook, so they're just dendrobenas, and then I've brought this week some micro pellets, some 4mm pellets, and I've also got some expanders and a few tears for the inside. Possibly, if I do, you know, start to get a few decent roach coming in, I might try the odd tear, but not really planning on using that too much. The pellets and the soft expander I tend to fish on the 11 metre line, so that's for bream. I'm going to put some of these into my ground bait mix, probably going to feed about 8 balls to start with, a few of these in as well just to hold the fish, and try and fish the expander, worm or caster. Oh yeah, I'm going to put the casters in that ground bait mix as well. So there's a reasonable amount of colour in the canal, so I've not gone for a completely dark mix. So I'll show you the ground bait mix now. It's pretty much just F1 Sweet Dark, and I've used, it's the Dynamite Bait Sweet Skimmer. Absolutely love the smell of that stuff. It is gorgeous. I think I could just use it for all my fishing going forward. It binds well. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is obviously with the fish meal ground bait, it can float at times, so I've really soaked it off overnight. I've added more water to it this morning, so it should bind. Fingers crossed it'll go down without floating, but sometimes it just needs to take on a bit more water. So I've not brought any gravel, I've not added any leam to it. Yeah, so I'm just going to fish a bream stroke skimmer line on the 11 metre and a roach, pommy, perch, whatever may come along on the 5 metre whip. And that's my ground bait mix. You can see it's turned this lovely green colour. It's binding nicely, so fingers crossed it'll go down. Right, we'll just take a look at the rigs. Kept it really simple, as I say. I have brought the feeder rod, but I don't intend to fish it. I'll only get it out if I'm absolutely struggling, but honestly I think I'll get plenty of bites short, so yeah, I think it's just going to be too slow. Rigs wise, I've got an AS8 1 gram, usual Olivet arrangement, a few little droppers down below, and I'm fishing these on it's a size 18 Camazan B611 hook, so a little bit of strength, 0.09 bottom, 013 main line, and I'm on 8 to 10 matrix slick elastic. I've got a slightly heavier rig, which is a Daiwa Carper wire stem, just in case the wind gets up worse. That's a 1.5 gram, same arrangement, same hook, same everything. And then on the whip I've got a DH23 0.4 gram float, number 9 shotted down the line, and that's going onto a Hayabusa size 19 hook. I've also put the same arrangement onto the pole in case I need to fish on the drop further out, but I don't intend to fish on the drop further out today. And this has got a slightly heavier elastic in. I've got a number 4 elastic in this one. I've got it's the MIDI high-vis green that's still in the whip at this moment. It's a little bit soft, but if the fish get bigger I'll maybe just switch to the 4 metre or four sections of pole and fish that, so it's roughly about the same distance as the whip. And yeah, it just gives me options, and if I need to I've got a number 5 elastic that I can step up to as well. Well, in typical fashion it started raining before the all-in. I think we're about ready to go, to be quite honest. But yeah, really heavy rain. This won't forecast again, so well done weather forecasters. We'll just have to do without the body camera for now. I'll have to zip the coat up. So I'm just going to bowl the bait in, not messing about with the cup. I'm just going to let that settle for a good half an hour, maybe even an hour. As I say, it's got plenty of worm, caster, a few 4mm pellets in there, a few micros, so there should be plenty there to hold any bream that come along, or skimmers. That's the all in. That's gone in nice. So I started loose feeding red maggot. There's a size 20 red maggot hook on this whip rig. I think I said I had a Hayabusa on it. I think that's what I did have on it initially, and then I thought, no, I'm probably just going to primarily fish maggot on it, so swap out to a more hemp style hook if I need one. And I just hope there's fish down here, because these aren't the better pegs. The best ones further up, 13 I think is the furthest we've got today, but probably mid-teens are better. Well, we're getting instant bites anyway, so that's a good sign. Not very big at the moment, but I expect them to get bigger the more we feed. I'm going to keep it going in heavy. Got 2 pints of reds. Some hemp we can feed as well. Keep them down there. It's towing a bit at the moment. That's it, we're in. First fish. Not a bad one. Nice little roach. We're off the mark. I've got this set about an inch off bottom at the moment, but once they start coming up, can fish a good foot, 18 inches off bottom and catch. Stopped running, and it looks like the rain's stopped as well, so I'm going to get this cut off in a second. See if we can get one more fish out first. Got one on here, decent stamp. Take them all day long. There's another one. Not a bad stamp these, you know. Wow, the canal has just completely stood still. I don't think these roach like it. I think they like a little bit of movement in there. That was a decent bite though. Might have been a bleak, it was that fast. Just got to build this line. Ooh, half asleep here, I'm missing them. Come on. Okay, we've got one. It's just getting a few funny bites there. I don't know whether they were just these smaller fish, or I think it's probably because the canal's stood still more or less, backing up ever so slightly. So I'm just going to try and flick the rig right out and let it come back in, dropping over this feed. That's it. Looks like a dace. Well, we can definitely use a little bit of movement on the canal. Not too much. Canal's just started running slightly to the left and seems to have made all the difference. Oh, 1 second, mate. Can you manage? Thanks. Yeah, that's a nice fish. I'm just trying to get a good head start while everybody else is either fishing long or plonking the feeder out. These are all little weight builders. Now, it might not pay off. Somebody might find bream, in which case, well, we've still got the option of catching them on the pole. I just don't think feed is the way to go. Sure, it is for the big uns. A lot of bleak bites on the drop, flicking the rig out. Don't really want to be catching those, although some of them are quite big. Trouble is, there's just no movement. Need just a little bit more flow, and it's very still now as well. No ripple really, barely anything. Tiny perch. This is more like it. That's it. As soon as that canal starts to tow a bit, you get that better stamp of fish. It just puts the action in the bait. Don't think the canal knows which way it wants to tow. It's just sort of moving slightly backwards and forwards at times. I'm just going to try shallowing up 6 inches. Right, it's stood still. See if we can't catch off the bottom. Well, that's not really helped. I'll go back to dead depth again. So I'm getting bites on the bottom, or just touching it. As soon as it gets down, they're not really coming up at this moment in time. That's it. That said, that was a bite on the drop, and that's a roach. That's a nice fish. They're the sort of stamp we're looking for. Looks like something's had a go at that. That's been attacked by a pike at some point in its life. Look at that. Lovely roach. It's a bit slower on the whip than I was hoping for. I'm sure it'll pick up. Beautiful fish. We'll just try and take another fish on this. That'll be 20 in the net. It's a reasonable start. It's not great after nearly an hour. Brilliant. I was going to say I'll have a look on pellet, worm, etc. out there on that long line. And the other camera's just died. Don't know why it's not getting charge in it. So I'll have to have a look at that now as well. And that's another roach, that's number 20. Rob's just got what looks to be a skimmer on the long line, so I think it's probably worth a look. So I'll go with the lighter of the two rigs because we don't really need the heavier one right now. And we'll just see if anything fancies a pellet. That looked like a bit of a bite there. There's a few fish starting to top now. Pellet seemed a bit slow. I've just popped a caster on this. Yeah, that was a bite. Well, the wind's decided to get up. Right, so fish on caster, but it's not a skimmer. It's just another roach. So I'm getting bites long on caster over this ground bait, and actually that was a really quite rapid one. So I think they're just roach though. Oh, and I've dropped that. Right, I think my elastic is too strong for them, so I'm going to have to change that out. Okay, I've switched onto a slip 5 elastic instead of the 8 to 10 matrix. Hopefully it'll be enough backbone if I do hook a bream. Not too strong for the roach. I've left the heavier rig on the heavier elastic just in case. Well, that was a rapid bite, unmistakable roach bite. Yeah, you see, these aren't any better quality out there. If all that's there is roach, we'll have a few more puts, but might as well just fish inside. Certainly fed for bream. Everything they love. Pellets, casters, worms, fish meal and sweet skimmer. This don't seem to be happening out long, so I'm trying a little bit of worm. Well, the long line's way too slow, certainly on worm. Never had a bite on it there. Seems slow on pellet, but I had a bite on it, and caster seemed to be the best bait, but it's just roach. So I've seen a few fish swirling, even closer in than what I'm fishing, which doesn't surprise me. They will come very close. So if we can really get them on the feed, then stick with this. Do with them a bit bigger than that though. But at least it's weight in the net. Keep a little bit of hemp going in as well. You never know, maybe worth trying a tear or piece of hemp later. Find some better quality. Yeah, these are minuscule at the moment. Better. Yeah, I mean, this is much faster. It's a little silver bream. That's a better fish. I think I might have hooked an hybrid here. It's either that or it's a big roach, because it's going well. What is it? It's going all over the place. Is it foul? Oh no, it's a chub, I think. Little chublet. Funny little fish. Yeah, well, the stamp's improving a bit, I think. Starting to put the bait in. Put the net on that one. There's just no point fishing long when you've got feeding fish like this in front of you at such a short distance. Can they get any smaller? Dear oh dear. In one of the icebreakers matches I had 9 fish for 4 ounces and it was good enough for joint third. That was Beaver's Bridge on the Aaron Calder. I don't recommend it. Oh, stripey. Right, well it seems like the inside line is going to be the best line today for me. I'll keep having a look over the other one, but I don't want to waste too much time on it. I think most people are starting to suss out that catching small fish and short is maybe the way to go. Certainly Rob is. So yeah, I'm going to knock the cameras off for a bit, let the batteries recharge and see you in a short while. Right, well, a little update for you. Rob's had a skimmer and a proper bream on the long pole line. So what I've done is I've put another 8 balls out there, laced with caster, 4mm pellets and micros. Hopefully that'll give me a chance of getting a bream. I did see one roll right out in the middle, so there's obviously odd ones knocking around down here. I think I'm going to need a bonus fish now. Got 51 in the net. It's probably not going to be enough to beat a great big slab like he's just landed. It was probably 3 or 4 pounds, so yeah, I'm going to need an awful lot of fish. Right, we've knocked the cameras back on. We've got just over an hour and a half to go, and I can tell you that Big Rob B has had another bream on the pole. So I think it's time that I went looking because I've got 70 fish right now, but they're not big enough. Mixed sizes. I've had some better ones, but probably nothing over 5-6 ounces. Yeah, a couple of small spinners, little chublet, odd better roach, but it's not as fishing as well as I'd like. I'm missing a few bites. They're a bit fickle, the flow's backwards and forwards, and so let's try the pellet again, let's try the caster again. Every time I contemplate getting the long pole out, the wind gets up. Well, some people fish it all day, but I struggle with it. I'll just sink the tip in a bit, poke it into the wind and see if that's good enough. Well, there's just nothing doing on that long line. Dead slow. It's hard work. I would have thought there'd have been fish queuing up out there. I think what I'm going to do is just go for it. Just small fish all the way. And we come where we come. And straight away I'm into a fish. They keep coming like that. They're not a bad stamp, but I don't know. Rob gets another bream with no chance. Another little skimmer. We're catching, just not fast enough. Canal's backwards and forwards. It's just playing havoc. Wind's blowing to the right, the canal's towing to the left now. I mean, it's better for getting a bite to have some tow on it. That seems evident, but it's just awkward. Awkward with the wind. I want a better breeze on, but just constantly getting battered. I haven't had any really big roach today. It's been up to probably 11 ounces the other week. I think we can just about swing that one. There's a nice fish. A few better ones and might have half a chance of doing something. That's a lovely roach. Probably the best one of the day. Beautiful. Right, I'm going to knock the cameras off, guys. I'll see you at the weighing.
£2.14.
2.14.
Feeder.
Well done, Carl.
Got a little shit, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't go up feeder because it was so slow last week.
I tried it for half
I
an hour.
spent an hour and a half on it last week, and I had 6 bits. You went on it this morning, didn't you?
I had first 3/4 an hour on it, yeah, just to see if they were out there, but I had a few bits, that's all. 6.5.
Well done, Carl. Whoa, bagger.
Oh, with a new pole, Marcus.
What's
Oh,
that?
with a new pole.
Yeah.
Not broke it, have you?
Yeah, yes.
Have you?
Correct.
Oh no. So look at that, £1. It's been on for 5 minutes. £7.4. Good, well done.
Well done, Marcus.
Good.
Nice day's fishing. Coops will have had a bag full on hemp.
Silver's mum.
Oh, you might have messed that, haven't you? Yeah, right, bollocks.
I normally do. Good job there's a few on hand. So, what's this one behind you?
Is
it big one?
Haven't got any big ones, have you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. 2, 3.
Ooh.
Obviously don't want some.
Think we're going up.
How many is in there? There's only 2.
one.
Seven, 8.
Weights are getting better.
What did he have?
7-2.
Well, I'm winning.
Well done,
that's
mate.
the
Well
way.
done. Well done. 6 or 7, won't it?
6 or 7, yeah. Ooh,
Glenn's had a nice day.
that's over 7 pounds, isn't it?
I'll say so.
I wonder if I can eat that.
Right, I'll just zero that again.
How many you had?
Well, a couple of bream, one was nice big one. And some skimmers, 3 or 4 skimmers. And the rest from fucking quality streets.
Have you fish feeder?
Yeah, most of the day.
Have you?
Stuck with it.
Yeah, I think you've got. I think if you're going to get them, you've got to, haven't you?
Yeah.
I just.
It's a gamble, isn't it? You just
Yeah.
got to sit on it all day.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I had an hour on it for 100.
There's one in there still.
Have you ever done this before?
Yeah.
I was getting lots of bites, it was cunnisome.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Lots of bits,
if
isn't
they were
there?
good, if they were gudgeon and little
Yeah.
skimmers and
Another one. 3.
it's like that Saturday. I got 2 roach first, 2 chucks on the feeder, then I got bites I couldn't hit.
We'll let you off first,
I'll
mate.
pick them out.
You done this before or what?
Never.
It's out of practice, aren't we?
Oh, yours are about £4.
No, I don't think I've got that. Just about £9, isn't it?
1.3 again. 6.8.
Tight, innit? I think you won it, John boy.
No.
Proper bag.
Might be about £8 maybe.
Yeah, sure hope. About 18, I think. He's doing a rob, isn't he?
I've only got about £6.
Couple of nice Slovenos.
One's still in there, John.
There's almost one.
Have you had plenty of them done? Of 10 big slabs?
I've had 15.
$9.14.
Yeah, there must be holler.
Holler. Bag of fish here.
Yeah. A nice
How many
day.
fish you had, Joe? Counted them. 85.
Well done, mate. It's a nice day's fishing, Joe.
Yeah, it's been alright. Been plenty of bites.
7-11.
It'd have been better if wind hadn't been so nasty.
At the end, weren't it?
Yeah.
That wind.
Murex bagged up. You'll get banned if you win.
Who's been inviting bandits? If you win as a guest, you have to donate the winnings to club. No, you're not coming anymore.
One there.
12 there, aren't they? $10.8.
10-8. Well done, Merrick.
Yeah.
£10.8.
Who's that? What Riley?
Oh, yeah, me. Thanks, Ed.
I've only had a 450.
Hey?
I've only had 450.
181.
181.
I've had 40.
7-1.
What? 42.
It must have been solid in your pig if you've had 181 and spent 45 minutes on feeder.
Just fucking superior angling ability.
Well drawn.
Step aside, I need room to get fucking past it.
I didn't even put my hand in bag, so you can't accuse me.
I'm blaming Glid.
Two proper ones there. Did you catch them on polo?
How far up?
Oh, that's the lead.
Good.
12-11. Well done, Rob. Right, my way. We ain't got no big uns, so it is what it is. You ready?
Yep.
Sure, way.
10-11.
10-11.
You got him, John?
£10.11. Thanks, Will.
When booked it. No. When we went through it weren't the deal that it made Arctic were.
I'll say, he sounded very cheap to me because when I was telling my missus,
$113.
Tough day there, Stu. Or a draw bag.
Well, I ain't been practising, have I? Like some.
So we don't know.
I only came to see where parking was.
But Stuart, go and find
I
it.
just happened to have rods.
Them Craig rods. Look at them. Hey, I ain't got 12.
No, there's 15. Skimmer as well. It's got a skimmer. You've walked it, Rob. Oh, £13.
13 dead.
Well done, mate. Well done. Right, well that's the weighing done. I've come third. Marvellous. So yeah, I've done better than I thought there. I've just beat Mirek, who was my guest today. He's had a nice day's fishing actually. He's had a couple of half decent skimmers, or bream, small bream and a skimmer. So yeah, I think you just needed a bonus fish or two really to do the business. Rob's done really well. He's had £13, mostly small fish, one slightly better skimmer, but nothing of any size really. But yeah, M-peg in it. No, he's a good angler to be fair. So well done, Rob. Massive congrats on the win there. Who was second? I think it was Big Rob, both of them. So he managed some bream. He caught his bream on the long pole, as I said to you earlier in the match, and then it was myself, and then I think it was Mirek in fourth, and I'm not sure who was fifth. But anyway, I'll get all the results up for you now. I'm waffling. Right, so that's the first round over and done with. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Until then, tight lines.